Testing, testing, 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. That on. Testing 1 2. Welcome to tonight's game, round 7 of the docket. same. When does it kick off? Yeah. Yeah, so I do. I have it up just in case. It's on a bit of a delay, so... Yeah. Whatever. Yeah, I've got it. Just if you're talking and they're running through the goal, just keep going, and then rather than, at least that way we're not running into each other. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, if you're talking and they're through the goal, we'll just leave it, and vice versa. That way we're not sort of overrunning each other. Yeah. It's just booting up. It's another 5 minutes. Well, it's a good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's Round 7 Doherty Cup clash between the host, Hume City Football Club, and the visiting Caroline Springs George Cross, coming to you live from Hume City Stadium, all thanks to Football Victoria's YouTube and Facebook pages. My name is Alex Sifkarovsky, and joining me in the commentary box tonight is Cade Lucas. Welcome, Cade.
Good evening, Alex. Good evening, viewers.
What a game we've got here tonight, Cade. We've got an NPL team versus a VPL team. Both have an esteemed calibre of players, and both are looking to go into the next round of 32, which is the main stage of the Australia Cup draw.
They are, Alex. I think David Chick, the Hume City coach, has said this is their biggest game of the season, so he's made it clear the gravity of the occasion for the home side, and I'm sure Caroline Springs George Cross will probably be of a similar opinion. And you look at the size, particularly the Hume City side, and there's not too many players there who probably aren't in their best NPL team. The big names are Abdullah, Lloyd Isgrove, Josh Bingham, Mikel Platt, they're all there. So it's a good sign that Hume are going to take the match very seriously, and Caroline Springs George Cross the same. Their big names, Tyler James, Morgan Filer, Joseph Lou Peters, they're all in the starting lineup too. So hopefully the match lives up to the billing.
Well, both these sides, as we mentioned, are looking to go into the next round of 32. Big moments now for both of them, as we have kick off with Hume City. Though they started off their Australia Cup or Doherty Cup in round 4 with a 7-1 win over Albion Rovers. In round 5 they faced Brunswick City, winning 4-1. In round 6 it was 4-2 against Bayside Argonauts. They were down at 2-0 at half time, so they took an almighty effort. They currently sit in 5th place on equal points with Heidelberg in the NPL ladder, so they are looking to continue on that fine form, and David Chick's team has been playing some great quality football, as Cade mentioned, some names, Lloyd Isgrove and Amir Abdullah, to name a few. George Cross, though, their league form is a bit of a worry. They're currently sitting all the way down in 10th place. Their cup form has been quite good in 5-3 win over Box Hill, 4-0 over Banyule, and they had to do extra time against Altona City 2-1 to get here where they are today. So their aspirations of National Second Division in 2025 is up on the cards. This is a good test for them, and they can clearly be, are they capable of performing at the highest level? Time will tell. Okay, we'll go through the lineups if you want to go through Hume City.
Yes, Hume City in the red, traditional red. They're the home side, as you can see. Let's quickly go through them. Lockie Weir at the back as usual, Fletcher McFarlane, Mikel Platt, Josh Gillespie, Josh Bingham, and actually Lloyd Isgrove is on the bench. My mistake. I said he was starting. He's not, but that's a pretty fair option to come off the bench. But they've got plenty of firepower up top anyway. Mark Otcheng, Harry Ashcroft, Michael Weir in goal, Thomas Maricic, Joshua Okane at the back, and Amir Abdullah. So it's a pretty strong starting lineup for the home side. Alex, you want to give us the George Cross team?
And for Caroline Springs George Cross, they're having goals 8 Sayan, 2 Jordan Tucker, 5 Morgan Filer, 6 is the captain Tyler James, 7 is Nicholas Sete, 10 is Lachlan Roos, number 15 is Aidan Brown, 18 is Naoki Miyoshi, 22 is Joseph Addo Peters, 27 Otman Benadou, and number 30 is Joshua Calabria. So both sides bringing out very strong teams. As we said, we know the winner goes on to the round of 32. So they're really playing for 2 cups, Cade, with the Doherty Cup, obviously Hume City winning it in 2019. And what was known back then as the Australia Cup, Georgia's won it almost 60 years ago. So quite a long time between drinks for them.
Yes, decades between drinks. And, you know, as you mentioned before, with the National Second Division in the offing, George Cross looking to be part of that, so they'd certainly want to show their wares cup competition ahead of going up to a higher level, because as you mentioned in the league, they're not doing so well. They're almost 2 full leagues below Hume City in the current standings. But we're about to get underway. George Cross in the white, and they'll be kicking off. Hume City in the red. Hume City going to the left of your screen, or the southern end of Hume City Stadium, and the visitors in white going towards the right of your screen or the north. So we're underway. cool but clear conditions here tonight. No rain. Thankfully that'll remain the case, or hopefully that'll remain the case for the rest of the evening. Otherwise we're going to get pretty wet up here on the scaffolding. And no real breeze to speak of either. As that's a risky ball across the back there by Hume City. Weir rather came across to make it look good. Gillespie. Maricic at the back. And some early problems here for the home side looking to play out from the back, and they've turned it over. And Seti sees it out for an early corner here to the visitors.
Good opportunity.
Only a matter of seconds gone, and it's going to be a set piece to George Cross, Alex.
I think this is where they need to take advantage of the set pieces, Kate, if they can get the Tortimbo in, Addo Peters, and also, well, they've only got Addo Peters at the moment, obviously with Russell Curry being on the bench, so he'll be tasked with trying to find the back of the net. So chance for George Cross to strike first here. Ruse whips it in. Look for the near post, cleared. He'll get another chance at it again. Whips it in again, good opportunity, cleared again. Good pressure here from George Cross as Tucker, Benadou has a chance, gets blocked. As George is now through James, can build it out from the back as the ball over the top. And Benadou retaining his place in the lineup after a few weeks out with injuries. And that'll be a foul.
Benadou, judging by the team sheet, was a late in tonight because his name's been scribbled at the bottom in pen rather than printed out like the rest of them, but he's into the starting lineup and into the action early on. Hoffman Benadou. Mark Ocheng, who won the free kick. It's his teammate takes the kick. It was Ashcroft who free kick for Hume. They've got it in George Cross's half for the first time, and this is nice movement. Mikkel Platt, and he forces a corner, just knocking it into the shins of the defender and out. And only seconds after George Cross had their first corner, Hume City have got one right at the other end. So set piece is the order of the evening so far. It'll be Amir Abdallah, who's been in sparkling form in the NPL, who will take this corner from the far side, the grandstand side. As Alex said, with George Cross, plenty of tall timber up there for Hume City. Maricic, Bingham, they'll be the main targets. Abdallah floats it into the 6-yard box. Glanced away, but only momentarily. Sent back in by McFarlane. And won't quite do it again. A few Hume attackers tried to fool the referee, thinking they could get another corner, but it will be a goal kick. First touch for the Carolina Springs custodian this evening, Aidan Sayan. He's fluoro green and black. Happy to have got through that set piece unscathed.
Sayan to bring it in for George Cross. Pushing everyone to the far side in front of the home fans. That is flicked on there by Addo Peters. Opening minutes here in this clash is even so far. George is happy to go back to Sayan, assessing his options as Tucker wide, ignored him, went straight down to the left-hand side in Benadou. Ocheng used his body well. Hayden Brown steady to attack the ball there. As Ocheng will be happy to go back to Weir. He challenged that time from Hayden Brown, who gives away another free kick, and Ross Clark busy early on, Kate.
Yes, Ross Clark, one of the most experienced referees in Victorian football, taking charge of this one, and he's got a bit of work to do early on. Mark Ocheng is involved in the thick of it. He's got to replace his boot here. Former Adelaide United player, now very much a fixture here at Hume City. game's up and going. Static here from Hume. There's not a lot on, so he just punts it forward, does the Kenyan. And a nice flick there by Abdallah. He almost snuck in behind. Getting back just in time there is Adu Peters. Come undone again there. Caroline Springs. Working to the near side through Tucker. Filer all the way back to his keeper. Flicked on below us by Tucker. Riding shotgun was Setti, but he ran out of room. Nicola Setti. David Chick. Hume Boss has the ball. Everyone else here at Hume City tonight, including us up here on the scaffolding, is rugged up. The Hume City coach is probably the coldest night of the year football-wise. Hope you're enjoying the action in the warmth of your home on the Australia Cup YouTube channel. Kate Lucas and Sif Dorosky bring it to you. One of Three's fixtures tonight. It's flat.
It's here from both teams as the fourth official just trying to settle things down, and Platt delivering the ball back to the target as Morgan Filer. Going to go back to Cyan. Georgie's spreading the field here, not used to such a big field they usually play on. So they need to adjust there as Calabria sends it upfield. Going to be an interesting battle, that one. As they go back to Weir, who clears. Strong header from Addo Peters, brought down. George is now enjoying a bit of possession here as Benadou looks for the line. On Strajkovski. Out wide, Benadou whips it in a big, deep ball. Sete. No challenge there as Weir quickly grabs him. It's a quick release once again to Bingham, but cutting it off is the captain in Tyler James. Ruse has two to beat. Good work here from Lockie Ruse now. Goes out wide. Sete. Looking to take him on one-on-one. Gets on the edge of the 18-yard box. Sete shoots. Takes a deflection. Still going forward. Plenty of red shirts. And Hume City survive as they push forward now. Addo Peters recovers. James. So composed there from the captain in James as Benadou trying to release the ball, but getting pinned back. Good work by Odi Benadou. Addo Peters higher than his usual in the centre back role. Addo Peters now out wide. Chance for Georges now. Has a chance. Oh, just didn't have enough curl on it. Michael Weir that time backed himself in, and a good effort there, Cade.
Impressive spell by Georges, Alex. Good spell of possession, and then very nearly topped off with a nice finish by Miyoshi. Well, the wrong foot defender just couldn't quite curl one past Michael Weir, but sitting out their stall here, the visitors, they're not going to be walkovers at all. Pretty comfortable on the ball, must be said. Weir clears to Abdallah, speaking about comfortable on the ball. He's Weir, the other Weir tonight, Lockie, and he's disappointed with that because he's turned the ball over. He's allowed Georges to come in again. Bruce has been busy early on. He's lost the ball this time. It's his option, number 10, Gillespie, now. Bingham. And it's opening up on the grandstand side. Abdullah's there. Danger signs now for Georges as Platt comes in. Platt with the shot. Works the visiting people for the first time. Phil Platt, the Englishman, has gotten out from underneath him and managed to squeeze the shot off, but Sayan wasn't problem.
Yeah, good effort there from Aiden Sayan there. Very lucky it didn't bobble out for him as hovering around him. Looking to Lips had a chance for a tap in as Benadou now in the middle of the park. Sete gets out of trouble. Ruse, quick football here from George Cross here now. Can they beat the offside trap? They do. It's a good run. Aidan Brown just couldn't time it there. Very tight call there. Linesman had a better view. Georgies are mixing it with Hume City. It's showing that they're capable of staying with them, but can they do it over the full 90 minutes is the next question as Adam Peters goes back to Cyan.
I know there was such a gulf between the two sides in their league positions going by his first 5 or 6 minutes. Very confident start by the visitors. It's Brown here again. Almost snuck inside the offside trap moments ago. Finds a teammate there, and Tucker almost piggybacks on the Hume defender. McFarlane, Dull. Settle things down a bit here. Hume have a time on the ball. Would have been expected to dominate possession coming into this game. Service will be resumed here as that ball almost creeps in behind to Gillespie. Flag wasn't up. Tucker just got his toe to it in time, otherwise Josh Gillespie might have been in there. Opportunities for both sides in these opening stages. It doesn't look like being a nil or draw the way this is playing out early on. Straight out of play below us. Retrieves another ball and we're back underway. Just under 12 minutes played here at Hume City, Meadow Heights in Melbourne's North. Still 0-0 between Hume City of MPL 1 and Caroline Springs George Cross of VPL 1. Inside come forward here, Abdullah thought about a shot, goes to the feet of Gillespie. He certainly likes to hit them from range, but he can't manufacture some broom, so he goes to watching who balloons that well over the top. Pushes behind the goal.
Good start here from both sides, almost 13 minutes played. Very even contest so far, so Eric Vasiliadis will be happy, but he knows the quality of David Chick's side and what they can produce, especially with Amir Abdallah and Josh Bingham and Joshua Gillespie. It's an opportunity now for George Cross to settle in now and get into the groove of things, try to find some open gaps and maybe hit them on a counter-attack if they can. They tried to play the through ball. Unfortunately, Aidan Brown was just offside. Cyan favouring that left-hand side as Addo Peters tussling with Bingham. James just losing his balance. Good work here from O'Kane. Plenty of space here for Hume City as an opportunity for Weir. That's Lachlan Weir. Has to go back to Maricic. So Hume City just finding it a little bit difficult to get out of their back line as Ashcroft linking up with his centre-back pairing as a through ball in now. As Platt just took a heavy touch there and chance for Geordie Tucker to bring it back into play. Ruse clears. Brown mistiming the bounce. Gillespie. Ashcroft. Hume City now charging forward as Bingham, the captain, in the middle. O'Kane. Oh, it's a beautiful ball through here to Platt. Platt tried to square it. Good defensive work by Geordie Tucker. Big opportunity there for Hume as Platt's still going now. And Geordie Tucker does solid in defence. And there was a good chance there, Cade, for Macau Platt to go through, but chose to square it into the middle, but didn't get through.
Good resolute defending back there too by Morgan Filer and Geordie Tucker. Got more work to do here though. You just sense that Hume City going through the gears a little bit now. And it's Abdullah to deliver the corner from the near side. He floats it in. And up went Maricic, but he directed it away from goal rather than towards it. Trying to keep it in there was Ashcroft. It looks like he's succeeded in winning another corner, this time from the other side. So they are starting to turn the screw a little bit. Hume City. It's their third corner of the evening. From the far side, Abdullah again. Maricic is up there, Platt, and Bingham on the move too. And it comes down to Maricic. There's claims of a handball, but the ball's in the back of the net. And it's given. Hume City in front, and Caroline Springs, George Cross are not happy about it. They are surrounding Ross Clark, but he is not for turning. He's signalled straight away, that's a goal. And it's come from an unlikely source. Thomas Maricic, the big defender. Lucks of fortune, it just came right to his feet in the 6-yard box after no one dealt with the corner, and he poked it home. And after nearly 17 minutes here, it is Hume City 1, Caroline Springs, George Cross 0.
Yeah, poor defending there from George Cross. They allowed the ball to drop, and Maricic, whether he handballed it or not, couldn't quite see from this angle, but he took his chance. He put it in the back of the net. Hume City lead. And George Cross absolutely filthy with that, but they've just got to push on from here. Plenty of time left as Filer sends it to the left-hand side. Benadou not even watching or paying attention as Ho Cheng looks upfield. A lovely ball. Bingham keeps it in. Starting to see Hume City now really turn up the pressure as Platt that time pulls the trigger and almost ends up at the corner flag. So Georgies just need to keep their heads in the game now. Can't afford to drop their heads this early. Eric Vasiliad is still not happy with that decision, but just got to play on. As Tucker wants to bring it back into play. Looping throw. Other way. Brought down nicely from Platt. Miyoshi. Ruse. Turnover quickly, Gilevsky just couldn't get it under control. George is now under the pump here in the back line as Tucker and Sete. We're defending well. Running out of ideas, they go back to Filer, who sends it upfield. Sete, good touch. Got to beat Bingham now. Squared it, but they turn it over cheaply to O'Kane. And Hume City now as Ruse. Oh, he fancied himself off the ball incident there. And a break in play as Lockie Ruse takes his time getting up after that hit from Lachlan Weir. Ross Clark checks up on him.
He certainly yelled out, Ruse, as soon as that contact was made. We could hear it up here, and he hasn't moved much either. Lockie Ruse. Oh, he won't be too happy with things. It's probably come at a good time in a way for Caroline Springs, George Cross, because after conceding that goal, they were really under the cosh and very likely they would concede another. Now, the break in play, they probably have a chance just to regather themselves and, as you said, Alex, get their heads back in the game, because they were certainly very disappointed with that goal. They thought it shouldn't have stood. And even though there's a long time still to go against this quality of opposition, tie could slip away from them very quickly. But we're back underway now, and Roos is back underway. Maybe Caroline Springs George Cross can get a foothold in this game. Here's Roos. He's recovered from that knock and ricochets forward here. And it's Tucker who does well. Whips in the cross. Maricic, the goal scorer, turns defender. Knocked back in by Filer, but it comes straight back out. And now there's more bodies on the floor.
Yeah, it looks like Josh Bingham and Lockie Roos again. He's been in the thick of it over the last couple of minutes. This might have been an accidental head clash as the medics will come out. So not what George Cross wanted, obviously, with Lockie Roos, their most important player.
He's back up on his feet here. You wonder if he's copped another knock so soon after his previous one, whether he'll be able to continue. But looks like Josh Bingham has come off second best in that clash. The big striker and captain for Hume City is still on his backside getting some treatment. Wouldn't be a cup tie without some clashes and some sore bodies. Of course, this is one of three cup ties in the Doherty Cup, round 7 tonight. South Melbourne playing St Albans in an all NPL affair. Kingston City versus Melbourne, Serbia. Of course, last night Heidelberg United made it through to the next round, emphatically defeating Bentley Green 6-0. George Katsakis going down to his old club. And next week, the round will be finished with Oakley and Avondale, a real blockbuster between two of the top handful of sides in the state. But here at Hume City, as we're back underway, and it's the home side who have the lead. 17 minutes, it was Thomas Maricic who scored, and it's the man himself deep in defence, where he is more normally seen than rather on the score sheet. Dribbles out of play. Jordan Tucker with the throw. Just on the edge of the final third. Still pretty early stages of this game, and they have looked likely when they've gone forward, Caroline Springs, so there's still hope of an upset here for them. Won't want to concede any more before half-time, that's for sure. As the skipper, Tyler James, has it right below us. Now over to Filer. Bruce. Calabria. Grandstand side. Bruce deep in defence. Filer trying to stretch Hume City here, make some gaps open up. This is good passing, almost comes undone there, but City keeps control. Tucker again, he's got red shirts in front of him, and the challenge ridden there by Brown, and a belated free kick. And they have gotten on the ball, they've looked pretty impressive at times, Georgies.
He is. Just need to compose himself in when the going gets tough. Can at times lose his cool, but at the moment he's doing quite well. But Lockie Weir there absolutely cleaning up in that tackle. Had a few challenges like that. The referee has kept his whistle away, so George Cross not happy with that as they look to take it on as Lockie Roos now. Now to Filer. Plays it down the line. Tucker. Lovely ball in. Challenge came through, and it will be a throw. Lockie Weir and Morgan Filer, friends outside the game, but on the pitch, big rivalries there, so opportunity for some bragging rights there as Sete turns. Still going Sete. Chance now, it's Roos. He shoots, good save. Eventually cleared. And Lockie Roos that time just needed to pick a corner. As Michael William pulls off a big save right in front, and Georges now need another chance here. And as Slanky Rouge looks to put this one into the penalty spot. Goes the wrong throw. Oh, it's flicked on, and they're saying it's kept in. It's a quick release now. Chance for Amir Abdullah. Good work that time. There's a recovery from Miyoshi. Just finding it difficult at the moment, George Cross, to get out of the fence. Cyan. Filer, good game so far by Morgan. James, lost one over the top. Weir heads it down. Takes a dive. And gives away a free kick.
He's been in the thick of the action, Lockie Weir. After a few scratches and scrapes with Caroline Springs' opponents. He's come out on the top of that one though, as they work it to the far side. Hume City. 25 minutes played. It's the home side in front by a goal to nil, but Georgie's looking to change that here as it's Miyoshi going into the area. Nice run. Just he's going a bit too fast for his own good at the end and lost control of the football. Hume recover, but they have looked a bit ropey at the back at times, the home side. Georgies have certainly seen enough to give them hope that there's a route back into this game. Zado Peters, the big defender, in front of the grandstand here at Hume City Stadium, which is fairly well populated tonight. Cold Wednesday night in Melbourne's north. Here's Miyoshi on the turn again. For another mazy run into the area. He finds Brown though, and now out to Tucker, to the back post. They're queuing up, and Brown's put it over the top. Again, good build-up though from the visitors. Hume City struggling to keep them at bay when they go forward.
Yeah, good opportunity there for Aidan Brown. Just couldn't keep it down. Free header. Got to take those. That's the difference between the sides. One has taken their opportunity, the other misses, but he's got to be ready for the next one. He put himself in a good position. He's got to be ready for the next one. That's all you got to do as a forward. As Weir sends it upfield, Bingham the target. Shouts of a free from Hume City, but referee Ross Clark says no. Sete gets a lucky break, cleared. Platt. Oh, lovely little cheeky backheel from Platt. James. And that's going to be the first card of the evening in the captain, in Tyler James, going into Ross Clark's book. And a chance for Hume City now to get a set play going.
Probably the easiest decision Ross Clark will make all night. That was a pretty clear-cut yellow. They call it tactical foul, I suppose. They're probably not supposed to result in bookings, but Platt was off to the races. James, his side already a goal down, did what he had to do. From the free kick, Hume treat. O'Kane. Now into the Georgies area. O'Kane to the feet of Galevsky. And he had Abdullah going down the channel. Couldn't quite find him. Gets it back though. Platt. Farland watching. Ashcroft. Pressing up a bit higher now. The men in red. Galevsky's got some space. Kane. White shirts dropping deeper behind the ball as Hume again to turn the screw. It's been a fluctuating game like that. Each side has had their spells of dominance. Hume the only one to make theirs count so far though. As Galevsky wins the ball back up high. sensed the danger, won the ball, and is now looking to turn defence into attack. Weir got in the way. Competitive game, this is a typical cup tie. Nearing the half-hour mark. It's Hume in front, but they're certainly not out of sight.
Yeah, George is now just really need to go into the half-time break, either try to level or keep it at this scoreline. Can't afford to go another goal down against the quality side of Hume as Brown flicks it on. Miyoshi won't get there. Maricic blocking that one. Another chance for a throw as Lockie Weir to bring it in. O'Kane free in the middle of the park. And overhitting at that time was Ashcroft. So chance now for Georges to really put a bit of pressure on before half-time as Sete overran it. He'll get it back again. Gets out of trouble. Nice work. Ruse. They go back to File. Tucker on his own now for a bit of space. Bingham tries to close the gap as they lob one over the top. Flicked on nicely. Ruse gets around Maricic now. Lockie Ruse into this chance for Brown. And it's another blocked opportunity there. As Aidan Brown got himself to another good position. And it is a corner here for George Cross. But good run there from Lockie Ruse. They really spread Hume City apart. And the finish in the end just couldn't beat the defenders.
I feel it's the least they deserve if they do get an equaliser here, George Cross. It's going to be Benadou to take the corner from this near side. Across the half-hour mark. He goes short. Ruse back to Benadou. And they haven't dealt with it here. Hume City, the keeper's gone down. And a shot there by Calabria, and Lux of Fortune, it went straight into Weir, who was already on the floor. And again, they escaped the home side, but not very convincingly.
Those half chances, they're just not taking them at the moment. And good teams take those half chances. Oh, Miyoshi pickpocketed him there. O'Kane wins it back. Chance for Hume City. Platt, after a couple of challenges, finally goes down for a free kick. Bingham, second to the ball, but they get another chance. Ruse fancied himself from there, but that sprayed wide as soon as he came off the boot there, Kate.
Michael Weir has to go and pick up his own ball. Played in Lavender tonight, the normally reserve keeper for Hume City, but he's getting a run out in the cups. He's probably been a bit busier than he would have liked so far. It's not a great clearance, but Benadou has given away a foul, and Hume City get away with it. They've gotten away with a bit so far in this opening half an hour or so. They'd be pleased to be in front, but I doubt David Chick would be too wrapped with their performance otherwise. Might be giving them a bit of a talking to at the break. Here's Brown working in a phone booth. Filer back towards Brown. On towards Bruce. They're working it forward pretty comfortably again, Georgies. City. Good recovery tackle there by O'Kane. As City had gone past him. O'Kane got a toe in. Just over 10 minutes till the break. Still, goal to nil lead in favour of the home side. Won this competition 5 years ago. stay in contention to maybe add another Doherty Cup to their resume. The two number 10s, Roos and Gillespie. Sends that out onto the roof of the dugout. Eric Vassiladis is standing. Must be a mixture of frustrated and pleased with the way his side's gone. He'd be certainly very frustrated with that goal they gave away, which they were adamant shouldn't have stood, but it has. Otherwise, he must be pretty pleased with the county side are giving themselves here. Commentators curse. Just give them a rap. Calabria sends a sloppy ball straight out of play right below us. Right on halfway. Levski provides an option. Back towards Maricic. Over to Ashcroft. Stretching the pitch here. Flat. Sloppy by him there. Adu Peters ran straight into a Hume player. It was Mark Oching who put the block on, and the free kick is given, and they're not wasting any time here, Georgies. It's Miyoshi. Miyoshi to the byline. He sends it across, didn't quite get there. Setti now. And he squeezes a shot just past the upright. Again, they've gone close. Caroline Springs, George Cross, and this time they'll be able to follow up with the corner. It took a touch off a Hume player on the way through. So the visitors will have a chance to try and make the most of their good work.
Again, there's those half chances, not taking advantage of it as Sete couldn't get a shot off in the other game. Kingston City are down 1-0 against Melbourne Serbia, so they lead 1-0 Melbourne Serbia in the 37th minute there. So the EPL 2 side in the lead as Lockie Roos whips in a cross. Front positioning, Benadou shielding the ball, pulls it back out, James shoots. It is another corner. So George is trying to pinch one before half time. Let's go into the break at least on equal terms. Another chance for Lockie Roos to bring it in. Hume City holding on at the moment. Cross comes in, right near, too easy that time for Weir. As he releases Amir Abdallah now, an opportunity. He's got to put on the Jets. Only one to beat as James comes back and Miyoshi's able to clean up and get out of trouble. Just ran out of legs there, Amir Abdallah. As Miyoshi now still going forward. It's a good run. Brown. Back to Tucker. James. Roos. Now back to Sayan. They've got to be careful here. Gillespie going down in. It was Ado Peters. Brings it down. Coming to play at left back today as Liam O'Connell out. So Cheng couldn't keep it in as now George is push on from here. Benadou. James. Filer. Sete for a bit of space. Needs a bit of assistance. Tucker. Still going. Sete. Benadou gets his shirt tucked. Still going. O'Kane pinching that one. It's Hume City now enjoying a bit of possession. Ooh, late challenge there from Tucker. It could be in trouble. It was late, that's for sure. It is a card. Who's given the free kick to, the yellow card to? He's given it to Nicholas Sete.
George's players are protesting that they won the ball, but I've got to say from this distance it looked like a pretty clear-cut yellow card. Fortunately for Amir Abdullah, he's gotten back up on his feet, so no serious injuries have been occurred there. Certainly if there's one player you don't want to see go off injured, from a neutral point of view, it's Amir Abdullah. He is a walking, talking highlight reel the way he's played this season. Haven't really seen him at his best so far this evening. Maybe that knock will spark him up as we head towards half time here. We've crossed 40 minutes. Still a goal to nil in favour of Hume City. They could be about to add to that though as Platt's in, and now Abdullah inside the area. Georgie stretching at the back, and now it's looped to the back post. Platt to Bingham, 2-0. And just like that, Hume City take a stranglehold on a spot in the next round. Josh Bingham, the old reliable goal scorer, thumped that in after Mikkel Platt did well to knock it down, and the veteran striker was never missing from there, and they will go into half-time with a very handy buffer.
As they say, the cream rises to the top, and Josh Bingham is not going to miss those. Just hits it sweetly into the back of the net. And once again, it's those half chances that Hume City create. Just far too polished at the moment for George Cross, and 2-0 at half-time. That's going to sting, as they were in good. They've shown good amount of times and a few patches of play where they can mix it with them, but just didn't take their chances. But that's the difference between a good team and a great team. A great team takes their chances, and Josh Bingham, he's not going to let those go to waste, that's for sure. Just taking a bit of air out of the game now, Kate, as George Cross limped to half-time.
I wonder if Eric Vassiliadis might be quickly reworking his half-time team talk. Might need to be a bit more motivational for his side, as that would be a real gut punch for them. They have been for large stretches of this first half the better side, and they've had opportunities to at least be level, if not in front themselves. Instead, they're facing a very tall order, 2 goals down. And there could be even more here as a ball in behind by Gillespie. The keeper's come out to meet it and then hesitates. And then seemed more interested in having a shoving match with Abdullah than getting the ball himself. Now Edu Peters is there. Get their heads back on the job here, Georgies. They don't want to go 3-0 down before half-time. Still got just under 2 minutes to go before the break. Maybe a bit of stoppage time too, given a few injury delays. Okay, he's lost the ball. It's Benadoon instead. Can he give them a lifeline? Benadoon across the face of goal. Maricic nearly gets in a tumble, and still Georgies can't find a way through. And now Ross Clark waves away the claims of a foul. Hume City, as they have done repeatedly, living very dangerously at the back, but as they've also done repeatedly, they've gotten away with it. Now Miyoshi. Tucker. Miyoshi again. And he goes with the chip, which always looked a bit ambitious. Response this by Georgies close to the break. They haven't dropped their heads. That was about as close as they've come to an equaliser all game.
Yeah, it's just half chances again. Aidan Brown had a shot, it was blocked. Shouts for penalty. Very unlucky. We'll get about 2 minutes of added time here. As Hume City now just want to get to the halftime break, not concede, as Bingham keeps it in. Tucker, Yoshi. As Tucker's gone down, and again, Georgie players not happy with the foul. Tucker still on the ground there. Doesn't usually go down to right back and showing signs of pain as Ross Clark checks up on him. Getting up very gingerly here. Geordie Tucker's finally back on his feet. He's almost played a minute here, as quickly taken. Lockie Roos whips one into the box. Get it back again. Still going. Chips it over, looking for the back post. Headed away by Maricic that time. They do get a corner, so another opportunity for George Cross here. Hume City have struggled with clearing the ball at times. Georgies need to make him pay. Don't want to get back in this game. 2-0 is not a big scoreline, but the longer it stays at that result, the harder it gets. As Ruse looks to whip it in. Goes deep. And unable to get the header under control for a goal kick. Eric Vasiliades trying to get his charges going for the final minutes here. As Michael Weir happy to take up as much time off the clock as he can. As Weir finally sends it upfield. Filer. Go back to Cyan as Ross Clark looks at his clock. One last chance for Georgies. Cyan goes forward. Miyoshi. Sete upfield. He's got to beat his man now. Cuts into the middle. Sete squares it. Platt's there to clear. Bingham. And the halftime whistle will sound here at Hume City Stadium. And it's the home side leading 2-0 thanks to goals by Josh Bingham and Thomas Maricic. Other than that, Kate, it's George Cross have had plenty of chances, but just weren't able to put them away.
Yes, they'll be a frustrated side going into the sheds. Eric Vasiliades and David Schick having a few words as they walk off, but it's the latter who'll be the happier, though his side haven't exactly been at the top of their game either. As you mentioned, Alex, they've been very ropey at the back at times and could easily have conceded a couple of goals, but they managed to get away with it, and when they've had opportunities at the other end, they have been razor sharp. Josh Bingham in particular, that was a terrific goal. Maricic's was a bit more of a scramble in the goal mouth, but he managed to find the back of the net, and that's what counts. So as we go for the break, it is the visitors with the job in front of them. It is Hume City leading Carolina Springs George Cross by 2 goals to 0.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to this round 7 Doherty Cup clash between Hume City and Caroline Springs George Cross. If you've joined us, you've just missed an entertaining 45 minutes. Home side leading 2-0 thanks to goals from Thomas Maricic and also Josh Bingham. 2 subs are going to be made as George Cross are taking off Joshua Calabria and coming on is Yul Gandhi. And for Hume City, it is going to be Josh Bingham and Oscar Carlson who will come on. Alex Sivkorowski and Kate Lucas with you to the next 45 minutes. It is a big 45 minutes coming up. The winner continues on to the next round of 32 in the Australia Cup. The loser, unfortunately, has to go back to their respective league. Can George Cross cause an upset? As you can see from the stats there, they're not shying away. They definitely had plenty of opportunities, but those opportunities unfortunately haven't ended up in the back of the net. Whereas Hume City, though, half chances and they put them away, as Hume City will get us underway here as Harry Ashcroft sends that one upfield. Strong work there as Gandhi getting his first touch. And Maricic watches that one go over the line. Be interesting to see, Cade, how George Cross come out of the opening 10 to 15 minutes in this one.
Well, if the first half's anything to go by, Alex, they'll probably have a real go, even after conceding that second goal in the shadows of half-time. They got right back on the front foot and very nearly got a goal back. They have shown some real fight and endeavour tonight. They just haven't had quite the polish when it's counted, which Hume City have, which sees the MPL one side with a 2-goal advantage with 45 minutes to play, as Mark Offching gets a free kick right below us. Hume going to the northern end of this second half. Visitors going to the left of your screen, or the southern end, but it's the home side on the move here, Abdullah. Third goal will surely shut the gate on Georgies if Hume can get it. But George Cross can find a way through. This tie is very much alive again as McFarlane gets in a tangle with Seti and ends up losing the ball, but Ross Clark eventually blows the whistle.
Nicolas Sete there had to really get rid of the ball quicker. Cheng looks to bring it back into play. He'll allow Amir Abdullah. Scored some wonder goals at this ground in particular. Will he fancy himself from here? Cross comes in. Nicely in. It's cleared away by Ada Peters. Can't keep it in. I feel, Kate, if George Cross can get the opening, as we said, 5-10 minutes, they can get a goal that puts the pressure back on Hume City. The longer the game goes, 2-0, it favours Hume City.
Yes, that looks like the equation. Interesting that Josh Bingham came off for Hume City, one of their goal scorers and their captain. He did get a knock midway through the first half, so that was probably part of David Chick's thinking, but if they do get a goal back, Caroline Springs George Cross and Hume City are under pressure. They may miss not having their captain out there, as there's a bit of a delay here. Georgie's player looks like he's copped an errant hand in the eye. I think it might be James, the skipper. We'll try and work out who it is.
Tyler
Play
James.
is back underway. Is that James, Alex?
Yep.
Looks like he's going to soldier on. Ricochets off Harry Ashcroft and out of play on this near side. Benadoon with the throw now inside the Hume half. Opman Benadoon going down the touchline, trying to get the better of Oching. And ricochets back to Carlson. And now Benadoon's got it again. And that bounces into the path of the lavender-clad Michael Weir, who had a topsy-turvy first half. Hume City on top on the scorebook, but they've certainly looked very shaky at times at the back, and Michael Weir's been part of that. Here's Abdullah, loses out. Seti comes away with it, trying to get the better of Ocheng. That's easier said than done. Mark Ocheng does well again, and then as soon as I say that, he lets himself down, giving it away to Benadune, who's given it away himself. Game becoming a bit stretched here early in the second half. Here's Miyoshi now. He's flickered at times tonight too. James. Since the going for broke here a bit, Caroline Springs George Cross. If they can't break through in the next 5-10 minutes, you have to wonder if maybe they'll blow themselves out.
Yeah, they've got to just keep with them. They can't afford to drop at the level they're at now. The chances will come. They just need to take advantage of them. He's cleared, only as far as Addo Peters, who had to readjust back into the middle as he fancies himself. Not far off from the big man. Had to play as a makeshift left back. Now Otman Benadou's into that position. And Addo Peters falls back into his preferred centre back.
It's quite the sight seeing him gallop forward there with his very long legs. Really got some power behind that shot too. It would have been a spectacular goal, and he managed to keep it in under the crossbar.
Chance for Weir. Gillespie in the middle now, looking to break away here. Still going Gillespie. Hard chase from Ocheng. Finally receives the ball. Squares it. It's good football here from Hume City. I've done a bit too much, Ocheng. He goes wide again. Weir into the box. Filer cuts it off. Got to be careful. Ruse. Gandhi and Brown almost went through. They switch field, but straight to Abdullah. Quiet night from him, but can turn on flick of a switch. Pinched again, Ruse. Again, just making that wrong decision in the middle as McFarlane comes away with it. Ocheng. Hume City just controlling the tempo of the game.
Scrappy affair early in this second half. Both teams really straining at the leash. Georgie's trying to get a foothold in this game, trying to get a path back into it, and Hume trying to finish it off. Both teams have league assignments on the weekend, though Caroline Springs do have a bit more of a break. They don't play until Monday. Hume in action on Saturday afternoon against Avondale. So they don't want to extend themselves too much tonight. Here's Abdullah. And Abdullah again. Down the channel. Addo Peters watching him closely. Abdullah twisting and turning. Goes to the back post. There's nobody home. And now Tucker will clear. Momentarily, Weir is scythed down. Ross Clark says play on, and Hume do. They've given it away. Both teams really struggling to string passes together at the moment. Here's Miyoshi now. He likes a run. Scampering forward. Out wide to Gandhi, the substitute. Can't make much happen there. Yup Gandhi. Addo Peters couldn't get enough of that header, and it comes into the path of Platt, and Benadune is there just to get a foot in the way. Game is very stretched at the moment. You sense a goal is coming. It's just a matter of which end it's going to go.
Yeah. Sloppy play from both teams. Nicholas Sete losing the ball once again, and then up the other end, Miyoshi just making a wrong decision. And if they can get those right ball into the right place, I'm sure there'll be a man waiting for him, but very lucky there that Ottman Benadou got back in time. It is a corner now for Hume City.
Let's get aggressive, boys!
Cross comes in near post. Addo Peters just gets a toe on the end of it. Back to Abdallah. Puts it in a hot spot. Benadou clears, but it's all red shirts. Weir. No Cheng. Switches the play. Kane will just get there as they play it wide. Cross into the box, but it's not going to trouble it. Sayan will pick this one up. Almost 54 minutes played so far. Neither team really showing much at all at the moment. It's Benadou lost on up the field, but it's far too easy for Hume City and Ashcroft. As Ocheng lost one up the field again. He's got to be careful here, Addo Peters. Benadou. Back to Cyan. As Filer looks upfield to Miyoshi. Good run here from Miyoshi. Oh, again looking for that through ball, but O'Kane blocks it. Abdallah looking to cut into the middle. Again, both teams really not playing to the level of the first half, Cade.
Where fatigue may be coming into play as well. Here's Brown. He's not showing any signs of fatigue. To Miyoshi. Filer. Over now to Gandy, the substitute. Can't get the cross in. Maricic like a brick wall. Man open the scoring. Trying to deny Georgie's doing the same, but they come again. It's Gandy. This time he gets the cross in. And it's part cross, part shot. And that amounts to a total of nothing for Caroline Springs. George Cross and Eric Salatis shows his disappointment below us. He's cutting a frustrated figure. And since this tie, ebbing away from his team as we head up towards the hour mark. We've played 10 minutes of the second half. No change to the score. Still Hume City 2, Caroline Springs, George Cross 0, but the visitors have had enough opportunities to still have hope of a comeback here despite the scoreline. Hume could do something about that here. It's Platt trying to wriggle his way through. Now out to Abdallah. Abdallah with the shot. And it's somewhat accidentally taken by Sayan between his legs. Not sure if he intended that or not, but either way, he stopped it going in for what would surely be the winner for Hume City. That's what counts. I'm sure you'd see that in too many goalkeeping manuals, though. Benadou. It's a long pass to no one in particular. Vassilides trying to cajole some more effort from his team. He might have to look to his bench again soon. That's a lovely turn by Abdallah on midfield. Into the Georgies half. And he sets away Carlson back towards Abdallah, just outside the area. Abdallah. And this time it's into the palms of Sayan.
So another missed opportunity there for Hume City to secure all 3 points and move on to the next round. We're playing for points, but 3 goals is a big margin. In the other games, South Melbourne have finally scored. They lead 1-0 against St Albans. And would you believe it, Melbourne Serbia leading 2-0 against Kingston City. So Melbourne Serbia are on some run here as Ottman Benadou goes for another run himself here. Good run from Benadou. Is that a foul? Clark just went to the keeper. A bit unlucky there. They've had a few close calls, George Cross. When you're playing against the big boys, you've got to earn every possession and every foul. Back at these ones, and more could have been done, but good tackle in the end as free ball for O'Kane in the middle. Out wide to Ocheng. Simple ball over the top to Maricic, the goal scorer. Gillespie making a run upfield. Get on the end of it. Addo Peters trying to block his run. Gillespie gets around the big man, but positioning there from Addo Peters. Got to be careful here. Benadou plays the percentages and he smashes it off. Gillespie has with just about to touch on the hour mark now. Well, Georgies do have some game changers on their bench. Russell Curry and Trevor Semakula obviously can do some damage as Anthony Trojkowski. They do upfield. And it'll be a throw for Hume City and Marco Cheng to bring it in. Cheng looks for the line. Benadou cuts it off. Rue's got a foot in. Tucker using his head. Back by McFarlane. Maricic. Tucker. Back to Cyan. Got to be careful here, Georgie, so don't turn it over in the penalty area. It's Gandhi. Trying to do too much there. O'Kane. Lovely ball upfield. Abdallah on the edge. Platt has a chance and he buries that one. Mikael Platt makes it 3. Right on the stroke of the hour mark. And in the end, far too good there, Kate, as Mikael Platt wraps it up.
Well, appropriately, just as the hour struck, Mikael Platt struck to put this tied at bed. And Hume City are going through to the next round, and they can now just put the cue in the rack, as they say. Maybe bring on a few subs and just ease their way through the last half an hour here, knowing they've got a big game against Avondale in the league on the weekend. Whilst Caroline Springs, George Cross are just playing for a bit of pride now. They know their cup run is only got about half an hour to go. It'll be a bitter pill for them because they've had opportunities. That's probably why they're in VPL 1 and Hume City are currently in the top 5 in MPL 1 because they can take their chances. And Georgies, at least on tonight's evidence, have not been able to, as a player is down from the restart. It's Benadoon who looks in a bit of bother. And the physios are going to come on here. Opman Benadoon, it looks like he's clutching his ankle or lower leg.
Just that block on Platt. Might have just pushed the leg back a bit and jarred it. Let's hope it's nothing too serious.
But the adrenaline running Mikael Platt after scoring and just got the better of him and clattered into Benadoon. Really do have some firepower, they do, Hume City, with Mikael Platt, Gillespie, Josh Bingham, Amir Abdullah, and of course, arguably the most potent of the lot, Lloyd Isgrove. He's on the bench, so it really is an embarrassment of riches against any opponent in Victoria, but certainly against one from the league below them. Benadoon is still being seen to. Headed for some more changes as well. The fourth official was doing the numbers on the board earlier before this break in play. Good to see Benadoon's up on his feet, but he's looking a bit ginger as he comes off, so this could well be the end of his evening. He's going to get some treatment, and Georgies will be momentarily down to 10 men. Can they at least get a goal back, or even a couple of goals back? Springs George Cross. They certainly are worth at least one. And each time they have gone behind tonight or conceded a goal tonight, they have responded pretty well. They haven't dropped their heads, and look as though they're going to here as it comes through towards Brown. Chips up towards Roos, who goes down, and Ross Clark very quickly just puts the arms out and says don't even think about calling for a penalty. Had a good view of that one. He's emphatic in his decision. Ashcroft. Watching. Dull. He's right below us, like he's got the ball in a string. Abdullah. Final touch, just got the ball far away from him, and Edu Peters was able to see it back to the keeper.
As you see, Alvin Benadou back on to the field. He's take the next half hour, try to get some movement back in there as Filer gets out of trouble. Plays it into Yoshi, but second to the ball there. And George Cross get a late consolation goal here and hold their heads high. They're playing a very, very well-oiled machine in Hume City. And as Kate mentioned, they're still not going to have Lloyd Isgrove as this late scratching. Just imagine what he could also be on the field as Platt has caused havoc. Go back to Ashcroft. Switches out to the left-hand side. Plenty of space here as Gillespie waiting for the ball. He just couldn't get it as Tucker cuts it off. Filer. Gotta be careful here, Georgies. Can't give it away in a tight spot. That'll be a throw. No changes to the other scoreline in the other games. Tucker looking for options here.
Let's go, boys. Come on.
Ruse. Confusion there between the linesman and referees. They finally come to an agreement. It's Weir to bring it back into play. Changes now, maybe get some fresh legs on. Wardle warming up. There's Abdullah looking to take on his man. Squares it. Gillespie just couldn't get his foot around it. Georgies want to make the sub, but I don't think Benadou can continue here, Kate. He looks, all in all, just about to drop there. Yep. Looks like his 90's done and dusted.
Luckily, Caroline Springs had already summoned a number of players to get stripped and get ready, so they do have substitutes ready to come on.
Anthony Trajkowski.
Trevor Semakula also going into the fray. Saw Jack Wardell getting stripped as well, so that's three who are going to come on for Caroline Springs. Oppman Benadoon is coming off.
Lockie Ruse as well.
Lockie Ruse, the number 10, who could almost be called Lockie Bruise given the amount of bumps and scrapes he was involved in the first half. His night's done. Trevor Semakula is on.
Cyan to bring it back into play. Just over 20 minutes left to go here. Cheng, strong header. Hume City will move into the next round, round of 32, the national stage in the Australia Cup. George Cross will have to return to their respective league in VPL 1. There's a good throw from Addo Peters. The greatest of clearance, but Abdullah manages to get something on the end of it. And Addo Peters giving away a free kick there on Mikael Platt.
Sting has gone out of this one a bit, certainly since that third goal. Both teams just going through the motions a little bit, but Platt, who scored that goal, plays in Abdullah. Could they get a fourth here, Hume? Abdullah to the edge of the area. Back towards Platt, who had a roundhouse kick and only found fresh air. McFarlane. James, the skipper at the back. Won't want to ship any more Georgies. Playing for pride now. Certainly don't deserve to go down to a bad defeat. Said before, from a neutral point of view, would like to see them get a goal or two, and still very much a chance of doing that in this final 20 or so minutes. Hume looked the more likely now, and especially with Abdullah on the ball. He's taking it to the byline. Addo Peters does well though. Gandy. Right below us, Hugh Gandy. Krzyzewski has just come on. He's caught in the nest of red shirts. He does well to find his teammate though in Gandy, who goes down right below us. And Ross Clark blows the whistle. More movement down on the Caroline Springs bench. They might be making another change soon. Hume City also have a few substitutions up their sleeve. A few players they probably want to put in cotton wool ahead of the weekend's league games. Here's Miyoshi now for the visitors. Setti take it to the byline and he'll win a corner for his team. Knocked it into Carlson. Couldn't do anything but see that out for a corner. I think by my reckoning this is the first corner of the second half. Certainly the first for Caroline Springs George Cross. Southern end of Hume City Stadium. Cold evening here, everyone rugged up. Seems to be gotten colder since half time too. Maybe Georgie's can warm things up with a goal. It's chipped in by Setti. Maricic back there to knock it away. James keeps the chance going for his team, and it's back to James. Abdullah. And they're out now, Hume City. Carlson over towards Platt, who's got plenty of room to move. Now it's back to Weir. Boys, nutmeg Simakula there to Abdullah. Party tricks coming out a bit for the home side. Here's McFarlane. Really making George Cross chase some tail at the moment here, Hume City. McFarlane in midfield. Kane. Abdullah. Close control, but doing well with dispossession there was Trakowski, and now they might be away the visitors. It's Setti racing forward. Can he get a goal back? Oh, he ballooned it over the top. His eyes lit up. And that was always going over the bar. And their frustrating night in front of goal continues. Caroline Springs George Cross. As they make another change here, it's going to be a number 9 coming on. They're still going for a goal. It is Russell Curry, Alex.
Yeah, Russell Curry coming forward. Nicholas Sete there could have squared it. You had Anthony Trajkowski and obviously having another opportunity for Aidan Brown, but went for the glory, and at those moments you really just got to find a teammate. 3-1 down. You'll be 3-1 down with 20 odd minutes to go. You might fancy yourself, but I think that's probably just not enough, as starting to feel a bit of a sprinkle of the rain. So just going to get from bad to worse here for George Cross as they go forward now. Hume City. Addo Peters has a look around. Gillespie blocking his run. Lost one upfield for Curry. Brown. No free kick there. Ocheng now can go forward for Hume City here. Curry chases back. Gillespie. Good work that time from Gandhi. Yoshi, sorry. Semakula. Back to Yoshi now. Taka overlapping from right back. Get something going here. George Cross in the final minutes. Got to go show something. A bit of courage. At least a consolation goal. Chance for Addo Peters. Gandhi on open here on the left-hand side. Ignored him. Go to Sete. Sete gets fouled in a challenge, and it'll be a free kick for George Cross. Minutes left to go here at Hume City Stadium. As time is of the essence for Georgies. They'll look back at those half chances. The cross comes in. Filer just headed the wrong way. Weir. Back to Platt. Abdallah. Sete. Got a player down here. Not sure who it is.
It's Morgan Filer, Alex, who headed that ball away from in defence moments ago, and as soon as he headed it away, he dropped to the floor. I'm not sure whether it just caught him in the wrong spot of the head or what happened, but he went straight down. And he's sitting up now, and he's going to get up, which is a good sign, but certainly got him in the wrong spot because he went straight down after hitting the ball away.
To see that he's back on his feet as Hume City look to make a change. Ruben Bosdagan coming on, coming off will be Fletcher McFarlane. Guys will have a drop ball right in front of the grandstand. Sete. Curry. Big man's got to utilise his pace here.
Very impressive looking player, Russell Curry. He certainly looks like someone who could move very swiftly. Look out of place, playing up top at a much higher level, at least looking at him.
Gets back there, Semakula. Wide, back to Sete. Down the line to Curry. We are winning that battle. And it's Hume City now going to take every opportunity to draw the foul from George Cross.
A few spits of rain appearing here, which is not great news for us up on the scaffolding here at Hume City. It's already quite cold. We could do without some precipitation, but we haven't got too long to go. Just over 10 minutes to play. Just over 10 minutes of Caroline Springs George Cross's run in the Doherty Cup. They're 3 goals adrift. And even though there is time, it's hard to see them coming up with a hat-trick of goals in short order to extend this tie. Here's Weir, he's right off his line. Sends it high up into the night sky. Brown underneath it. Goes to ground, and the referee doesn't blow a foul. Fair to say the coaching staff at Georgie's not impressed, and he could be even more unimpressed here as they very nearly concede a 4th. Abdullah was ghosting in, and Sayan took a risk and it just come off. Now they come away. And Lux of Fortune, it comes towards Gundy, who's in behind, the flag's down. Gundy, twisting, turning. And eventually the angle was a bit too tight and the defender's a bit too close, but here's Semikula. Trevor Semikula, who's one of the trio of substitutes who's come on recently for Georgie's. And he is again out to another substitute, Trzaskowski. And Fowler did well to win it and keep the move going. Setti. Still he's going, Setti. And he just gets his feet in a tangle at the wrong moment. And now they could be hurt on the break, Georgie's, because it's Abdullah. Platt's ahead of him. Abdullah keeps going. Defender Tucker did well, kept his feet and put Abdullah to the floor. Game really opening up now. Gandhi out to Semikula. Red shirts getting back in numbers. Georgie strained for a goal. Semikula, who'll take it to the byline. Cheng. He's a very good defender. Kept his feet, kept his mind on the job and won the ball, but they've given it away again, and it's Adu Peters to the back post. He can't find a teammate. Bosdagun's just come on. And Platt with a good old-fashioned hip and shoulder there that wouldn't have looked out of place in Aussie rules. Got rid of his opponent. Now it's out of play just before he could get back to Mikael Platt, one of the goal scorers tonight for Hume City. There were 3 goals to the good and are just 10 minutes away from going through to the next round of the Doherty Cup.
Change here from George Cross, number 26, coming on will be Jack Wardle, coming off his number 18, making Yoshi. For Hume City, number 13 is Mehmet Yusul. Coming off. So Amir Abdullah. So Abdullah comes off, Yusul coming on. So final 10 minutes left to go here. George is going to have a Hail Mary to get back into this game.
It's not great news for Hume City. They'll win the game, but Amir Abdullah coming off with what looks like a calf injury. They'll be hoping that's not too serious ahead of their big game with Avondale on the weekend.
Curry looks to beat his man here. Gets it into the box. Curry squares it. No one's home. Here's a corner. You can see Russell Curry saying should have been at the front there.
Go, get one, let's go!
Quite interesting results in the other game. Melbourne Serbia still leading 2-0 with 6 minutes ago. South Melbourne leading 1-0 against St Albans. Just only 7 minutes left to go there. So Melbourne Serbia playing in the round of 32 on the national stage. You get a home draw. That's going to be a massive one there. So the cross comes in here. It's a good one. Easy clearance, Maricic. Trakowski sends it back into the box. Filer just couldn't get enough purchase on it as Weir wraps it up. And sends everyone away as the countdown begins to the full time whistle here. Georges were put up a brave fight. They just couldn't finish their chances, and in the end that was the difference. As back pass there as Sayan eventually get to it, O'Kane. Filer clears. High ball in the air. Sete brings it down. He's called a handball on that. Well, stranger things have happened. Zoe Cheng will receive it right in front of us here. Pass. Zato Peters. Curry tries to get it under control. Tries to win it back. Platt. Been phenomenal tonight. Mikael Platt. Ashcroft can go to Maricic. Just to move from one side to the other here as Canada home and hose. It's a good run here. Gillespie in the middle. It's a darting ball. Just had too much on there. And a chance now for Georges to bring it back into play.
Hume City are readying one more change. Samuel Pisani preparing to into the action. The last 5 or so minutes of normal time. As the throw from Semikula ends up going straight back out of bounds. Both teams going through the motions a little bit now. The result has been pretty clear for a while. Looks like Josh Gillespie is going to be withdrawn. Pretty good evening. Samuel Pisani comes on to replace him. Job very much done for David Chick's men. It has come at some cost. We don't know how great yet, but Mirabella's injury will not be great news for them. Here's Usul coming forward though. Can they add another goal? Not on this occasion. It's intercepted there by Wardle. Now Semikula, who's been in the thick of the action since coming on. He can't get the ball in play here though. And it's out for a throw. Watching Bosdagan. Bosdagan comes through the youth ranks here at Hume City, been at the club a long time. He's off the bench more often these days. Here's Carlson. Speaking of coming off the bench, he came on at half time. Ado Peters. A pretty good evening, really. Tough for any defender coming up against this Hume City attack, but he's acquitted himself very well. And as Alex said, he's playing in a more unusual position for him at left back. Liam O'Connell with the late withdrawal. Here he is, the aforementioned Ado Peters. Caroline Springs in action in VPL 1 on Monday night. They go to the Veneto club to take on Bulleen. So they do have a bit longer to rest than Hume do. Hume playing on Saturday afternoon against the Avengers. Avengers, Avondale, of course, still involved in this competition too. They play Oakley next week. Curry can't build up the head of steam there. Mustagan just got in his way and brought him to ground before he could really get going. Stroke it forward here, but Brown is never getting to that. He arced his head back in disappointment. It was just a bit overhit. He's worked hard tonight though, Aidan Brown. He's been out there for the full 90 minutes. He hasn't stopped running. Here's Filer. Sayan. Towards Semikula. Can they get a goal here, Georgies? At least to give something to travel back to the western suburbs with.
Now Simakula. Plays it into Curry. He's looking to play the 1-2 with Trajkovski. One back the other way, Platt. Tries to get around Filer. A free kick there. Final 90 seconds to go in normal time. Georgies have to refocus now and turn their attention to Bulleen on Monday. Hume have a big game on Saturday afternoon against Avondale, so they'll have to recover quickly. Let's hope nothing's too serious to Amir Abdullah and Josh Bingham, two key players for them, as Tucker couldn't get around his man. Weir's been solid in that right back position. Nurkic goes back to Weir. Ashcroft. Cheng, simple but effective football here from Hume City. Cheng over the top. He's going to be offside. Still just couldn't time his run. Ready to go off to the races.
4 minutes of stoppage time, Alex. The fourth official has indicated. So still time for more goals here.
Feels like there's one left in him, but I think that, as you mentioned earlier on, Hume have put the cue on the rack now and is trying to get to the full-time whistle with no further injuries. Georgies will be hoping the same. Got a big game coming up. As I said, they're sitting in 10th place. Only a few points off the relegation battle, so have to recover quickly as we are happy to get out of his box to get that ball. Pass away now. Trajkovski. Curry. Sete. Gets out of trouble. Falls for Curry now. Trying to get out of trouble, but good defending here by Hume City. Addo Peters. And a minute of stoppage time so far. Chang cuts that one off now. And Hume just put a fourth and put the game out of misery as lost one to Platt. He's onside. Platt now trying to square it, or will he go for glory? Cuts back in. Platt! And that makes it 4. And a double for Mikael Platt. And seals the deal. And Hume City have booked their spot in the round of 32 and the next round of the Doherty Cup. The round of 2 in the Australia Cup is the big one, the national stage, and Daniel Chick will be happy with tonight's performance, Cade.
Yes, and Mikael Platt will be very happy too. He was a bit frustrated in the first half, but the second half he has really looked dangerous. And he was almost toying with the Carolina Springs defence there at the end before sliding a consummate finish past Aidan Sayan. And this almost feels a little bit unfair on Georgies, but it's becoming a pretty ugly scoreline for them. And really, since the break, it has been Hume who have been by far the better side. The first half was very competitive. They were pretty unlucky to go in 2-0 down, to be honest, but you can't really complain too much about what's happened since the break. But they're going forward here, trying to get something to go on the scoreboard. Not much time left. We've only got about 60 seconds or so of the 4 minutes of stoppage time remaining. They do have a corner here, Georgies. Southern end. Wardell out towards Filer. Everyone's up for the visitors. Filer pulls the trigger. A lot of bodies in the way though. Carlson, he'll help it forward, and it's Usul coming in behind. They could yet have more Hume City. Turning defence into attack. It's Usul. Out towards Platt, who's on a hat-trick. He plays in Usul. Osdegarn clattered into Filer Georgies, but Ross Clark lets it go, and he looks at his watch. Putting his whistle to his mouth before too long, the referee, as Gandy can't keep that in. And that is full time, and that is Hume City through to the next round of the Doherty Cup, and with some style too. They rode their luck quite a bit in the first half as Caroline Springs George Cross really took it up to them and had opportunities to go in front. But as you would expect, the MPL team proved to be the sharper in front of goal, and they took the lead through an unlikely source. Thomas Maricic on 17 minutes from a goalmouth scramble, which Georgies weren't too happy with, but they had to live with, and then they went down 2-0 not too long later with Josh Bingham with an acrobatic finish from close range to make it 2-0 at the break. Georgies did flicker again early in the second half, but again they weren't able to break through, and Hume City punished them with Mikael Platt scoring on the 60th and then the 90th minutes to make it a 4-0 scoreline at the end, and to send Caroline Springs George Cross home with a pretty painful defeat to bring their Doherty Cup run to an end. Whilst Hume City will continue on, they are now in the later stages of this competition that they won in 2019, and who knows, they could repeat the dose 5 years later. Final score here at Hume City Stadium. Kate Lucas and Alex Sivkarowski with you to bring you the action. We've enjoyed it. We hope you have too. It is finished Hume City 4, Caroline Springs George Cross 0.